And welcome back to round 1 of the YugiTuber Grand Championship. In this round, we have Wuphlez, who's going to be playing Jackpot 7 OTK, going up against TheCardGuyz, who's going to be piloting Yosenju's. And for this match's commentary, I have none other than P-Bunny.
Hey guys, P-Bunny here. I'd like to thank Simon for letting me have to commentate this video for them.
Absolutely. So, how much do you know about Jackpot 7 OTK, Dennis?
I know nothing about this deck. All I know is that spell card needs to be in his deck for him to win, right? Am I correct?
Yes. So, well, first off, TheCardGuyz is activating Potted Duality. Wuphlez opted to go first, but he just actually passed his turn. So, how Jackpot 7 OTK works is really interesting. So, Jackpot 7 needs to be sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, and then it gets banished. And if you can get 3 Jackpot 7s banished, you win the match, or the game, rather.
Like automatically?
Automatically, yes. It's a win condition.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, but
pretty much...
You do know Yosenju's, though.
Oh. Yeah, I know Yosenju's. I've been playing this deck since it just came out, since I couldn't afford Necros. So this is the best deck that, because it has a lot of traps and it's really stunning.
Mm-hmm. So, TheCardGuyz go ahead and summons the Comma 1, and then summons the, what's the Sujik? Yeah, I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
So he pumped up the Comma 1, so it's at 26, and he attacked directly for 36 total.
Yep, and it looks like he's going to set a bunch of floodgates, just like you were saying.
Yeah. I mean, I think he drew, Wuphlez drew a pretty bad hand with double malicious in hand. I think that Scarecrow might make him live for a couple turns, but I don't know how long this will last.
The trap stun, though, that's going to come in handy against all those floodgates, too.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
So that Jackpot 7 needs to be MST'd for him to win? Or,
well, no, because you can activate the Jackpot 7 and send it back into your deck, and how you actually do the combo is you summon the Dark Scorpion Burglars, which is that card on the far left. So what that card's effect is that when it inflicts, when it destroys an opponent's monster, when it inflicts damage, I forget which one it is, your opponent sends a 1 spell card from their deck to the graveyard.
Okay.
So, actually, and Wuphlez is opting to use the Swift Scarecrow on the Sujik, and turn's going to go back to him. So anyway, so what Wuphlez is attempting to do is he needs to give the TheCardGuyz that Dark Scorpion Burglars, and then he's going to use a card which is, it's a Hippo card, actually, and it allows him to summon like 3 tokens, and then he's going to attack the Dark Scorpion Burglars with the 3 tokens, send the 3 Jackpot 7s, and that would be game.
Oh, that's so funny. So the TheCardGuyz just flips Vanity's Emptiness just so he doesn't get Battle Fadered if Wuphlez seemed to have it, and as we see, he doesn't have it, so it's just precaution.
I think that was a good preemptive move, because actually, after seeing the Swift Scarecrow, you don't know what kind of other things that Wuphlez is going to be running to stall out, so I think that was a good play.
I think the TheCardGuyz doesn't actually know what Wuphlez is playing. It doesn't.
I don't think anyone would know what Wuphlez is playing going up against him.
So I would think it would be like probably Chainburn with seeing the Swift Scarecrow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anything. Yeah.
And so that card actually, that's second from the right, that's actually a Xian Spy, and that's a key card of the combo because that's going to shift the Dark Scorpion Burglars to the TheCardGuyz side of the field if Wuphlez manages to assemble the rest of the combo.
I see. And there's my tech card, 1 Day of Peace.
1 Day of Peace.
Everyone should be running that card.
Yeah, Wuphlez just really digging through his deck, activating Upstart Goblin into Destiny Draw, into Upstart. Then the 1 Day of Peace, so that's good. It's unfortunate he can't summon the Malicious because he's under Vanities.
True. And I think the creature slot is pretty dead unless the TheCardGuyz seem to exceed, but Yosenjus don't seem to exceed a lot, so I think that's a dead card in his hand.
Yeah. So he activates that Potted Duality, going for another Upstart. He's dug through at least 5 cards in his deck this turn, so...
Yeah, just life points don't matter in this deck.
Hey, if he gets those Jackpot 7s banished, that's all he cares about.
Yeah.
He's going to activate his 3rd and final Upstart. So yeah, this is actually... It's such a funny deck, but hey, if you can pull off the combo...
I feel so bad for TheCardGuyz. He's like, I'm so scared. I don't know what's going to happen to me.
Yeah, and so as we can see, Wuphlez is just in a really awkward position because he can't really do anything. He wants to save the Dark Scorpion Burglars for when he assembles the combo, so he doesn't want to set them, but and he doesn't have anything else to defend himself with at the moment.
I think he could have activated a Trap Stun, and if he really wanted to summon Malicious, but I think having Malicious on board doesn't really do anything right now.
Yeah. And CardGuyz just going to go ahead and see if he can swing for game here.
But I think he forgot about the 1 day piece.
Yeah,
here.
he did. And so it looks like that attack's going to do nothing. CardGuyz also put out, I believe that is the L pendulum.
Yeah, so he can't be Mirror Force or Bottomless. That's why he seemed to be no fear on this double summon right there. Because before he was just summoning a single Sujik.
Yeah. Luckily for Wuphlez, he just top decked into that Destiny draw.
Yeah.
And it looks like he might be forced to use that Allure of Darkness this turn and get rid of the Scorpion Burglars. But he does have a Scapegoat, so he could also stall out for maybe one more turn.
So he has to Scapegoat chain traps.
He would, yes. Otherwise, that it would not do anything. That's the card that he needs. I think that's Hippo Carnival.
Hippo Carnival.
Yeah,
okay.
because
So that's a new card that came from not too long ago.
No,
right?
I think it's one of the last two sets, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty recent.
Mm-hmm. It summons 3 Hippo tokens, and that's...
Oh, so it's got a Scapegoat.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like Scapegoat. And...
Alright, so asking for a response in the trap stun, and seems like there's no response.
Nope. It looks like he's going to go for the combo right here, because he has all the pieces that he needs. He's going to summon out the Dark Scorpion Burglars. He's going to activate the Xian Spy to change control of it to the CardGuyz. And... Oh, but it looks like the CardGuyz might actually have a response to this. I wonder what he has, because he is under trap stun.
Maybe Book of Moon.
Yeah, Book of Moon, yeah. I guess we'll...
Oh, there it is. That's that card that ruined my life.
Wuphlez just assuming that all the back row was traps. He just didn't even think about Book of Moon being a possibility.
Yeah, I wouldn't think either. You know, he said 5. You think trap stun's pretty safe.
Much, yeah. Because I mean, Book of Moon is pretty much is the only out in this situation.
So you think if that resolved with if CardGuyz didn't have Book of Moon, you think it would have been game?
It would have been game, because then all Wuphlez needed to do was activate the Hippo Carnival, go into battle phase, attack... Or actually, no, he'd have to activate the Jackpot 7 to shuffle it back into the deck, and then he would need to use the Hippo Carnival, go into battle phase, attack with all 3 tokens, and then that would have been it, because all the Jackpot 7s would have gotten banished.
How strong are the Hippo Carnivals?
I actually do not know their attack value.
Because if there's 0, he would have died because he was at 24.
Yeah, that's if he was at
Scorpion was 1,000.
Yeah, so he might have actually not had enough life points to get the combo off. But the fact that he was going for it, I think they have some sort of attack. I don't think there's 0. Yeah. But
It's interesting how Wuphlez decided to go first in this kind of deck.
Yeah, because he wants to have the battle phase. That's interesting as well.
Yeah.
CardGuyz going to go ahead and throw down Tenki.
Yeah. Which searches almost any monster in his deck, except for the walls.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, the walls aren't exactly, like, necessary.
Yeah, because then the walls are for protection or to pendulum, but in this deck, Wuphlez isn't going to destroy anything, and, so there's no need to be fear of any real traps.
Exactly. So CardGuyz is going to go ahead and summon Comma 2. He's going to activate that to summon Comma 3.
Oh, he's going to go all in
and there comes the Sujik, so now... CardGuyz has a lot of damage on board right now.
Yeah, he's going balls deep on this one.
But it looks like he has the Scapegoat to at least stop 2 of the attacks. Unfortunately, Comma 2 can attack directly, and it will still trigger the Comma 3, so that's very important.
True.
Yeah.
So you want that search off the Comma 3 because it's free pluses for days.
And for those of you who aren't too familiar with Yosenju's, because they're relatively new, Comma 2's ability is that it has the ability to attack directly, but it does it for half damage. And then Comma 3's effect is that if a Yosenju monster inflicts battle damage, it's
beside himself.
Yeah, besides himself, you get to add a Yosenju monster from your deck to your hand.
And Comma 1 lets you bounce a card from the opponent's field to the hand.
And Sujik's kind of like a mini Honest. It pumps by 1,000 either from the hand or on the field.
Yep. And they all, 1, 2, 3, all have the effect to summon another comma besides itself.
Yes, very similar to like how Thunder Family works.
Yep.
I was going to ask you something, and I just totally forgot.
So it looks like he's searching for his deck for a Comma 3 effect.
A secret move. Interesting.
That's
what I was going to ask. So Comma 3 can actually get any Yosenju card. It's not a monster. Okay.
Yeah, any card.
That's pretty good because you can pretty much tutor for anything at that point.
I think secret moves is going to be the out for anything that Wuphlez is trying to do.
Well, unfortunately, though, all the Yosenju cards are going to go back to his hand, so... Wuphlez...
Unless he has a wall, then
that's true,
if you have a wall, if you have a pendulum scale, the secret moves will be live. And you guys don't know secret moves that it's kind of like a Infinity Barrier. it negates everything and anything.
And all you need to do is have a Yosenju card face up to activate it.
Yep. So it looks like he's going to set, and enter. They all go back to their hand.
Yep.
And it's Waffle's turn here.
That's also another thing about the Yosenjus. They all go back to hand during the end phase.
I was actually surprised. Maybe Waffles doesn't have a side deck for this deck. Maybe it's just for fun, because I would definitely side out the creature swap, since knowing that all the cards go back to the hand, it's kind of a dead card.
Yeah, it looks like Waffles passing turn. I mean, it's either he doesn't have a side deck or he doesn't really have anything else that he really swap the creature swaps out for that would be really optimal in this matchup, because, I mean, it's funny because it's like this is like almost the worst matchup possible, because creature swap is only really dead against this deck, so that's where every other deck is usually devastating.
I think Yosenju, that's what makes Yosenju deck really, really good. Like, coming into a match, a lot of cards are already dead, like the Vanity's Emptiness people main, Dark Hole, Regeki, like all these like magic cards, they're all dead against the Yosenju deck.
So CardGuyz is getting a Fiendish Chain off that Potted Duality. That could be useful if Wuphlez does try to do the combo again.
Oh yeah,
because he could just stop the Scorpion Burglars.
Stop one of the attacks.
Ooh, we see a Mind Crush get flipped. Ooh. Is he gonna call Scarecrow? He's called Scarecrow. Oh, that's big.
Oh wow, that's
that
right
read. Well, I guess CardGuyz just decided that
he's
just so ahead.
Yeah,
it's like he's so ahead anyway. It's like, oh, if I lose a random card in my hand, oh well. Because he's gonna get another search off comma 3 anyway this turn. So I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, he's very, very ahead. With he's probably gonna search the pendulum scale off the 3 this turn, and then his secret moves are gonna be live on Waffles' turn.
Oh, and it looks like he drew into a comma 1.
Oh, so he's going all in.
Yeah, he's going all in.
So he's gonna pump the Sujik with his own effect.
Yep. So that puts the Sujik at 2,000. He's gonna use comma 3 and comma 1 to run over those two, and he's gonna get the maximum damage possible here.
Yep.
And comma 3 is only once per turn, right? Okay.
Yeah, they're all once per turn.
That would be broken if it was like every time it inflicts damage, you get a search. That would be insane.
Yeah, you have 3 comma 3s and they all search.
Hey, tier 1 right there.
No, this is not Necros. Come on.
All archetypes are not created equally.
Yeah. All right, so he's searching with comma 3.
Yeah, and he actually hit in for 3,800 damage with that.
Oh, tanky.
Oh, tanky, so 4,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
The little things.
The little things, yeah.
They'll add up in the long run. And
yeah, definitely. I think if I was Waffles, I would have sided MSTs if not he didn't main it already.
Yep, and just like you thought, Dennis, he went to search out the Shinchu L.
Yeah.
Now, people traditionally only usually play the L. I mean, it depends on the build, but like if they're playing the non-pendulum version, they might just play the L.
Yeah, just L, because L is kind of like my body as a shield, or like Asian Eye says, my body's a swag. So it protects you from like a Mirror Force and Torrential, so you can just go balls deep during your turn.
And what does R do? Isn't it protects from targeting?
They all have this effect where they're normal on the field. You have to target that card or and attack that card. With R's on the pendulum scale, it can jump to 11 scale, and then that makes you be able to summon Dieback, which is a really beefy card itself too. Now,
do you feel like people should be playing Yosenjus differently, or do you feel like this is the best way to play it?
I think Stun is the best way to play it, because Necros being tier 0, like, not tier 1, I won't say tier 0, to combat a tier 1 deck, you always have to play a very, very heavy back row deck. That's why Satellar Knights is able to fight the tiers. And like deck like Shadal's and BA have a really hard time because they're really monster heavy and they can run a lot of back row. That's why you can see a lot of BA decks. They've been running more Fire Lakes and more traps now. They're reverting to their Mathman, the first 3 Scarm, Graph, Sir BA monsters.
So Waffle's gonna Rhoda for a second Scorpion Burglars.
I think that might be his only Rhoda target.
I think so too, but hey, that's part of the combo, so why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So do you think that the dieback build is gonna be? It might be more relevant later on once like the meta shifts again.
I think dieback is a really beefy card, but I think it commits too much to bring out. I think the only thing the deck actually really needs is an Exceed monster, so the secret moves would be live during their turn without running a pendulum scale.
What, Chidori's not enough for you?
No. You need
Yosenju XC.
XUZ, yeah.
Does it return to the extra deck at the end phase?
No, it wouldn't. That would suck. It got to stay.
And it looks like the CardGuyz is actually just summoning out a Yosenju, 2 and just letting it stick, even though it's supposed to go back to the hand. I think what
there's something going on in the comments section here. They're talking about some conspiracy theory
it
here.
looks like a conspiracy theory. I think that Wuphlez was just saying to the CardGuyz that he's gonna win this game anyway, but I think he just wants to get the combo off because he can. So I don't know, man. You never know. Wuphlez could go like game 3 and just go completely nuts and just take it. So
yeah, because Wuphlez is like, yeah, why are you so worried about winning? LOL. And then CardGuyz says Kyle doesn't want me to lose.
And then watch game 3, Wuphlez just takes it, and he's like, "Oh, but I won, so I'm going to the next rounds."
This is like he must smoke screen to a real deck. Game 3.
That would be so funny, yeah. So looks like this is the combo that I was explaining at the beginning of the video. This is how it works. So then the Dark Scorpion Burglars is going to trigger, which is going to force Wuphlez to send the Jackpot 7, which is going to get banished. And then you basically just do the same thing.
Oh, so it is 0 attack. So the last game, he couldn't attack even if he wanted to because he was at 24.
Oh, he was only 24. Okay, so he didn't have a chance of winning.
Yeah. So it looks like this is it.
Yeah. It's so funny. He's going to be at 50 life points to be able to take this game, too.
Yeah.
That's really funny. He just barely has enough.
And Waffle's like, fuck Kyle. Just let me win this one thing.
It's so funny because when Jackpot 7 came out, it was like just people were kind of freaking out that it was like a win condition type card.
Yeah.
But like no one really knew how to like abuse it.
Win with it.
Yeah, like people were like, okay, how do I make my opponent like forcibly do this? And so this is kind of like I don't know if there are other builds for this, but I think this is probably one of the most optimal ways to get it done because it's only a 3-card combo.
It's a creature swap, the Scorpion, and
the hippos. Yeah, that's all you need.
It could be scapegoats, right? Because scapegoats can
attack. I don't think scapegoat tokens can attack.
Oh, okay, then. So it has to be hippo.
I think it has to be hippo. Yeah, I think the scapegoat's for protection, if anything. But I'm not 100% sure. Scapegoats might work. If he activates the scapegoats, maybe I can get a quick glance at it to remind myself. But, I mean, I can't remember the last time I've ever even attempted to attack with a scapegoat. So
yeah,
if you can, I would be, like, shocked.
So who attempted to go first?
I think Wuphlez went first again, which again is very strange. Like why would you?
I think actually, CardGuyz chose to go second.
Oh, okay. That might make more sense. And
Yosenju always wants to go second because that 6th card is really good.
And you can in fact attack with scapegoat tokens. I just saw on the card right there.
What was that trap card he was milling?
That's Soul Transition.
Oh, Soul Transition.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's a really good.
That's a really good tech in Yosenju. Yeah.
Wow, that's I might actually think about running that.
But it looks like he's going to add the Torrential Tribute off the Pot of Duality.
Yeah.
It's so good because Yosenju can abuse Pot of Duality since all of their additional summons are normals. They're not specials. Yeah. So that's so good because it plays around Pot of Duality, it plays around Vanity's Emptiness. It's just really cool. He's going to grab the Suchik off the Tenki.
And then maybe if CardGuyz has a Defissure or a macro, he can Battle Fader or Scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to go in here?
It looks like it. Interestingly enough, the winner of this match is actually going to have to play Mega Capital G, so...
He's playing
Bujins, yeah, so it would be really interesting to see Bujins play Yosenjus, or even Bujins play Jackpot 7 OTK, so...
I think that's actually a good matchup for Wuphlez, because Creature Swap doesn't target.
It doesn't, yeah. I think that'd be really cool.
So he's going balls deep in
here. And
no fear of Mirror Force, because apparently Wuphlez doesn't run real traps.
Mm-hmm. He does have scapegoats, though. Do not underestimate those tokens. I think Wuphlez is just deciding if he wants to take the damage here.
Or is that a Scarecrow?
He could Scarecrow, he could Goat. He has a lot of options for what he could do. So it looks like he's just automatically assuming he's going to attack 3 goats. Since Comma 2 isn't on the field, he doesn't have to worry about being attacked directly.
Yeah, so no searching this time with Comma 3.
But it's fine. He still managed to clear 3 tokens, which is really good. And he still has the Swift Scarecrow in hand, and he has the 1 Day of Peace, so he could even just use that and just go ahead and just wait.
Yeah.
It looks like CardGuyz set a card that we could assume that's the Torrential Tribute, but It could be anything, honestly. Torrential Tribute's really cool, too, because your monsters are pretty much going to always be safe from it.
Yep.
So, Waffle's using a Pot of Duality of his own, and it looks...
So I think to get... the Rhoda. Okay.
It looks like he's going to go for the Rhoda so we can get the Burglars.
Yeah, so he just needs one more card.
Pretty much. At this point, he just needs any way to get the Burglars to the card guys' side of the field.
But I think whenever, if the card guy's trying to summon, Waffle's trying to summon the Burglar, he's gonna just torrential right there.
Yeah, exactly. So that kind of makes the trap stun a little bit vital in this situation as well.
Yeah, so I think it took him a while to decide which one he wants.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting though because it's like there's less of a chance to get the there's a jackpot 7. It's easier for Wuphlez to dig out the Burglars because he has 3 Rhodas and 3 Burglars, I'm assuming, where he only has 3 trap stuns. So you would think he'd maybe want the trap stun and just make it easier for him. I like that 5-card extra deck.
All those that's for the viewers right there.
So you would think you'd want to grab the trap stun because it's easier to get.
Yeah,
but,
correct. I agree with you.
So I don't know if that would be I think I would grab the trap stun, but that's just me. I don't know the deck, so I can't say.
I think Waffle's cheating here. He's asking for help here.
So looks like
I think
CardGuyz is just going to summon the comma 3. Why did he? Oh, he's under 1 day. That's right.
Yeah, he's just playing safe.
Yeah.
If anything happens, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, there's no reason for him to commit everything to the board if he's under 1 day. He can't do any damage anyway. So he's going to draw. Gets into that Plasma. Oh, that's good. So no,
Plasma's really
it's good because he can trade it in. And Plasma has weird synergy because he can actually use the Scapegoat tokens with Plasma.
This is like Go format, but not really.
Wuphlez just going ham right now. He activated that Allure, so either that Malicious or that Burglars has to go.
I think the Malicious is
I think so, yeah. He has the Trap Stun now, so that's really important.
So it needs one more card.
Mm-hmm.
And for CardGuyz to summon a monster.
So I don't think no, because he could use Xian Spy.
Oh, okay, yeah, Xian Spy.
Xian Spy just puts it on the other side of the field, and then it doesn't require another monster.
So it needs one more card.
And it looks like CardGuyz is just going to go all in as much as he can, yeah. He's going to swing for the 18 and the 19 rather, and the 16. So this would be 35, but Wuphlez does have Swift Scarecrow, which would you want to use it here and just prevent the search?
Yeah, because you don't want them to get the secret moves, and that means you're locked out next turn.
Yeah.
Unless he already has it, then it's like, okay, you can't do anything about it.
Well, I'm just saying because CardGuyz would have summoned all of the commas in his hand. There's really no reason that he wouldn't.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
Yeah, so
I'm guessing he doesn't have secret moves right now.
Right, so he doesn't have any more. So I would just Scarecrow here because then the comma 3 is not going to be able to search, and then...
Yep.
Yeah. But looks like CardGuyz is just going to end his turn and bounce those commas back.
Did he forget to search? I think he forgot to search. Right?
I think he forgot to search. Yeah, that's... I mean, that could...
Oh, wow.
It could cost him.
That could cost him the game.
It could. Wuphlez has the creature swap if it was actually useful against Yosenju. So it's just really unfortunate that this is the first match that he has to play. He's just going to pass turn.
I wonder, did he choose to play this deck or his fans did? Like, Asian Eyes, his fans chose him to play Nurse Burn. I wonder if he chose to play this deck himself.
You know, I actually have no idea if he chose this or not. But either way, it's a cool deck to see just be played. It has a really...
Yeah, this tournament is really cool because, like, you see all these old and new decks and, like, how they... Just, like, all these different weird matchups. I think it's really, really cool and really interesting to watch.
Yeah. And there's at least 20 different decks in this tournament, which that was my aim. I wanted to get as much diversity as possible. But, looks like CardGuyz actually top-decked into that comma 1. And...
So he Scarecrow?
Wuphlez has to Scarecrow here, otherwise that would have been game. Because that would have been plenty of damage. Wuphlez is only at 4,500. And it's pretty much like Heart of the Cards moment. Oh, there's another Jackpot 7.
Here it is. Nope. I guess you can play Hippo and...
Could you imagine if Jackpot 7 was like, you shuffle it back into the deck and then draw a card?
That'd be pretty good, dude. That's like, I'll start. I'd run them all day.
Oh, man.
And yeah, it's gonna
CardGuyz, yeah, it looks like he's just gonna go in here because it doesn't look like Wuphlez has anything. Yeah, it looks like Wuphlez just conceded. He's just kind of showing his hand right now.
And that's it.
That's going to be it. Well, that was a pretty fairly interesting match. What do you think?
Yeah, fortunately, he couldn't get it off. I think if he wasn't playing Yosenju, he would have gotten it off because the creature swap would have been live.
Yeah, absolutely. There's really pretty much any other deck that would have worked.
Any other
against.
deck.
Yeah, besides Yosenju's. But thank you all so much for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next match.